Hello, family and friends. Come by and let's chat and talk a while. Well, this morning I thank the Lord for a good night, morning, and a blessed day. And this morning I turned the faucet on with some water. And I thought, well, that's one nice convenient for what it was years ago. I can remember making many a trips to a spring to pack water, and each and every one of us, we had our buckets. They always do to our size. I don't know if people can remember years back that the Lord, well, I call it Lord, some people call it grease, came in buckets at that time. So each and every one of us, we had our own size bucket to pack to the spring. And the spring, it never did go dry. And it stayed the coldest water all year round. And we would go there, we'd pack our water, and each and every one of us, we was to pack our own bath water with them big number 3 tubs. We was to heat that, but to heat it, we ought to help with our mom. And we was responsible for cleaning our own tub out, and that took a lot of little buckets to make a tub of water. But that wasn't that bad, but we got it all done. And then I also was thinking, right on down from the spring, and the water always ran real clear. And me and my oldest sister, we would lay right across it and let her feet and legs hang out. I don't know what didn't keep us from getting bit during the summer many of the time. And I don't know if you know what water dogs are or not, but they would stay under rocks. And we'd have us a jar apiece, and which one of us caught the most water dogs, we was the winner. And them things was fast, and they was also slippery too. And I never won that much because she was a lot faster than I was doing that. And she thought that was something that was really big. And we done that probably twice a week, just some kind of game that we would play. And then a few years passed on by. We moved to a different place up above Jackson. Rented another place, and this lady, she had a whole bunch of chickens, roosters, something like a farm. And she was the type of person, if you made her mad, she really got mad. So one day, I don't remember exactly what she got mad about, but we missed her, so I went out and checked, see where she was at. She was out in the barn, and she was a burning chicken with its head up. And I said, Janie, I said, what are you doing that for? She said, because I want to. It's not dying. She said, need to go to sleep. And she had the dirt all around up until its neck. So it stayed there probably an hour or so, and I guess she felt bad. So she goes, she gets it back out again and turns it loose, knocks the dirt off of it. Then it goes on its merry way, and then she comes on in. She would just do little things like that, but the whole lot of it too was just a joke, prank, or whatever. But I saw her do that many of a time. But then she would always end up turning them loose after all. And I told her one day, I said, you're going to pick up a rooster instead of a hen. And I said, that rooster, I said, is going to peck the blood out of you. And she said, oh no, she said, it won't. She said, because I hold its beak And one day, she picked up it was a younger rooster. And I guess she had made a mistake through it. And it did. It bit her thumb pretty bad. And it bled her right smart. And as far as I can remember, I thought that she left the chickens alone from then on. But that girl, she was something else. But just anything for a joke or anything, I guess, struck her mind. That was the way she was. And then we had to travel through a approach, a long way approach to catch a school bus. And the school bus would always pick you up like about 6:30 maybe. And that was in the morning. You would get home like after 4, like at night. And we would be afraid like it'd come like summertime before we started getting like, like good and blind, kind of like snakes. And because they was real bad all the way through that area. And, but every morning though, we was lucky we didn't, see any. Sometimes in the evening we would. She'd rock them. She killed a few copperheads. I can remember coming home from school. So one day we decided to get off with say, well, and at the top of where we lived was a church house. And so we decided, we told the bus driver to let us off there. It might be a shorter way because just coming down the hill, because we used the same one to go up to my cousin's store. So we did. One day we got off up there, and lo and behold, we got about halfway down, and on one side it had a whole bunch of like pine trees. It's probably heard of racer snakes. Okay, we got about halfway down, and this one snake right before we got to it, it was hanging like from the tree. And Jenny was hollering. Mildred, she said, if that snake gets down and starts running, she said, make sure that you jump to the other side, because that way, said, it'll be going so fast that it can't stop. So we went on a little piece down, and we heard like this whistling sound. And Johnny said, jump. She jumps to her right, and I jumped to the left. And then there was a razor snake, which was going by. And then we got there to the bottom of the hill, she said, well, Mildred, she said, from now on, she said, we'll tell the bus driver that we want to go the other way home. So we took the approach way back home again, which was longer, but then we kept back that way, because she said, I don't want to take no chances, she said, with rubber snakes. This morning, and my grandson, he comes in and he makes a pot of coffee, and he puts it in this new coffee machine like they got. And I was telling my daughter the other day, I said, we had these coffee pots you set on the stove, and they would whistle after when they would get done. And they had the best 8 o'clock coffee I believe ever was, because that's what we mostly drank, was 8 o'clock. And then a lot of times still yet, if I find it in stores, I'll buy the 8 o'clock coffee, because I think that's the best coffee. I like it the best. But it's just different how everything's changed, and everything is just modernized. So now it's just nothing really like it was back in the olden times. Things are a lot more easier now than they were then. And then my daughter, she went up there this evening, pulled some weeds out of the garden, because morning glories had taken over like the tomato plants. She only just did them because just the tomatoes, because the day was Sunday. We don't like to work in the garden or do anything on Sunday. It's a day of rest. because I think if you can't get your stuff done in 6 days, why try the 7th on Sunday? You know, that's what your other 6 days are for. Well, has everyone had a good day today? What was your all's day like? And I was telling my daughter last week, or it might have been the week before, we passed this church that's right close to home, and it's called Seven Hills. And I told her, I said, Lisa, I said, no, we need to start going to Seven Hills. I said, we might really enjoy the church, and it's closer to home. We won't have to go. It's much different, and it's a whole lot of people goes like there, because it's so many really that goes there that police is on both sides letting like the cars out, and then letting so much traffic by, and it seems to be like a real nice church. I listen to him on TV on Sundays, and I really like him. He sounds like he would be, you know, a wonderful preacher. Well, family and friends, all legends go, and each and every one have a good night, and may God bless each and every one of you. And hi, Eliana, I love you, and love each and every one, and bye-bye.